top team in the NHL at home. You guys, top team in the NHL on the road is Washington. For a number of reasons, this just kind of feels like an exciting game to be a part of, doesn't it?
Well, I think so. I mean, I think we know our challenge. You know, they're coming in, as you mentioned. We believe one of the top teams in the league, just generally. Big players, physical team. Two guys that have played for us. Ovi chasing the record. So there's lots of storylines. I guess you guys are gonna have a field day today. Man, you should take half your paychecks for today's game. That's pretty easy.
I mean, how are you feeling knowing that, of course, there's been teammates, there's been opponents that have played for both teams going into tonight's match?
Yeah, that always adds a little bit more to the game. Doobie had an impact despite having a short amount of time here. He got along really well with everybody. Was a good teammate, was a really good guy. Didn't have the success on the ice that we had all hoped, having it this year. So it's still really good to see him. And then Royce, spent a long time drafted by the Kings, come through the system, American League. So he's got a lot of good friends in the room that he spent time with, as he grew in his career.
Imagine that looking at the weapon they have on their power play, limiting the 8 penalties from last game will be a key focus for this one.
We won't kill 8 against them, I can tell you, because, we didn't kill 8 against the Islanders, really. They scored 2 that were, close calls and had to come back. So that was an anomaly. We're typically a team that doesn't take a lot of penalties, certainly in the last 60 or 45 games. So I don't know what happened that night in particular, but yeah, we'll move past that. I think this will be a tight game. I think this is, they check well too, so this should be a tight checking game.
You face a player like Alex Ovechkin who's chasing history, and I know that he's still got a little ways to go. He's not 1 or 2 away, but is there added pressure to slow down a guy like him when he's getting closer and closer to a record?
I think it's been since the day he stepped in the league that every time you've played Washington, the focus has been to slow down Ovi. So it's not this particular game. It's been everybody's challenge for 15 years, and collectively as a league, we haven't done a great job of it because to see the amount of goals he has scored despite being a heavy focus. So you always got to know where he is. Goalies have to be prepared. Kemps has played with him, and seen that shot many times in practice. So I don't know if that's an advantage or not, but it comes and it comes hard.
Even without Ovi earlier this year for a period, they were still really good. You guys played them without Ovi. What makes them so difficult to play against, especially this season?
Well, 2 things that in particular that come out to me. The size, big, strong team, hard to knock off the puck so they can hold on the puck in the O zone. They go to your net hard. And then the other side of it is how offensive their decor is. Move the puck well, jump up in the rush, are able to get pucks from the point through to those big forwards at the net and make it really difficult. So that's a 2-part job for us. We have to box out and take sticks, but our forwards have to make sure that they're in the lanes and they're not letting easy shots come from the top to the net front.
Coach, when you look at Ovechkin, you've seen a lot of great scorers over the years watching the game. What sets him apart from other guys?
I think, first of all, his shot is overpowering. That's the easy one. And it's not just a slap shot. The one-timer is what everybody thinks on the power play, but it's his wrist shot, his catch and release. It's just overpowering. I've talked to the goalies before in the past. They're just like, it just is so heavy. Even though you know it's coming, it's by you before you know it. So that's one. But I think the second part is the great scorers like that have a way of finding the available ice, and there's not a lot of it, and going to the right spot and just being able to set there before the play sets itself up. And obviously that's another great strength of his. He's just in the right spot at the right time, that's pretty innate. It's a difficult one to teach.
Did you think 894 was impossible, to catch and pass?
I guess not impossible, but I didn't think anybody was going to do it. It just seems like it was such a mountain to climb. So, what he's done is incredible, especially late in the career like this. To still be on this type of a pace that's incredible.
Wouldn't bet against 1,000 at this point, right?
Hey, I wouldn't bet against anything with this guy. This is incredible. It really is.
Now, is this a good measuring stick game going against a team with the most points this late in the season for you?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. I think we had Vegas, who was the top of our division. We had to go in their building. Recently, this is now the top team coming into our building. Yeah, I think it's late enough in the season where you can say, these are the teams that you have to beat. So do you want to be serious? And if you are, you better bring your A game.
Expecting any lineup changes tonight?
No, I'm not.
And overall, how would you say you want the team to play tonight?
But we got to check because they've scored the most even strength goals in the league. So they're a team that scores a lot of goals. So, it's not going to be a situation where we think we can just outscore them. We're going to have to check them and then make sure we bury our chances given the opportunity.
I mean, both of you guys with the outstanding records the last couple of games, you guys with 4, them with 5. I mean, overall.
Yeah, something's got to break. Something's got to give tonight. It's going to be a good game. Really good game.